Tyler Ramos. Tyler Ramos.
top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB, 5:45 p.m. EST, right after ATB. Where's my ATB crew at? Let me know in the chat. Guys, I'm feeling well rested, well relaxed, well vacationed. I'm feeling good. I got the energy here. And we got Bitcoin doing some crazy things right now. But hey, doesn't come as too much of a surprise to the Candle Mafia because, guys, we've been watching this level for, I don't know, a couple weeks now at least. And we knew that as soon as we broke that POC, and if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, you will know in just a second. We knew if we broke that point of control, that key level of support, we knew that revisiting these range lows in this value area low at about 18,825 was highly likely. And it took a little while, but we did finally come down to the level. So we're going to be taking a look at that, guys. Is this the breakdown for a lower leg down? Are we going in for a double bottom? What are the key levels to watch? What is Bitcoin going to do? What is going on? Somebody clear it up. We're going to do that for you on tonight's show. Welcome back, guys. And if you're new, welcome back to the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, where I show you how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. That's right. If we're about to crash, not only are we excited because we're going to ride the thing down and buy it all at the bottom, but we're also going to be cashing in on the way down. But we got 291 people in here already, almost 100 likes, guys. Smash that like button if you guys want a chance to win some free NFTs, maybe some free ledgers, maybe some free t-shirts, hats, who knows? But smash up that like button if you have not already. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure. 2 spots for a giveaway on each spin of that wheel. So smash up those likes if you guys want some free NFTs or free shirts, whatever that is. And if you guys want to just not try your luck to win one of these t-shirts, not this t-shirt, but a Frankie Candles t-shirt, and you just want to go ahead and buy one, go ahead, check out frankiecandles.com. We got the t-shirts up there. They're live. We got the black ones. We got the white ones. I actually like the black one the best. I think it's more fitting to the brand. But if you guys want to grab one of those, go check out frankiecandles.com. And with all that being said, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on with Bitcoin right now. Let's just say what's up to chat real quick, and then let's jump right into the charts. Who do we got in chart? Who do we got in chart today? Who do we have in chat today? Let's go ahead and see. We have the Days of Old. What is going on, Days of Old? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Frankie Candles in the chat. What's up, Frankie Candles? Il Hero, what is going on? Crypto Sammy, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Ogili, not sure if I butchered your name there. But what is going on, man? Welcome back. Taylor, as always, Taylor Tortorella, not Tortilla, Tortorella. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. They say, let's hear it, Frankie. Shout out to Taylor. I appreciate you for being here. Round Earth, what is going on? It's time to go all in on Bitcoin. Let's go. Shout out to Round Earth. Thank you for being here. Das Boot, what is going on? Kevin Span, what is up? Anthony Soprano, guys. We got Tony Soprano in the chat once again. Says, what's up, Candle Mafia? Somebody show some respect to Tony Soprano in the chat. Let's see who else we got here. Wolfman ate my coins. What is going on? Thank you for being here. Tim Shea, welcome back. Always love seeing you here, Tim. Thank you for being here with us. And guys, I know sometimes we got J-Lo in the chat. If you're new here, you will not know what I'm talking about. But sometimes we get J-Lo in the chat. That's our most famous Candle Mafia member. But guys, today we have Tony Stark, the one and only Tony Stark, saying, hope you had a great weekend, Frankie. I did have an awesome weekend, Tony Stark. I hope you were having fun flying around in your red big metal suit. Shout out to Tony Stark. Thank you for being here. D Trixie, what is going on? Jess, Jim, as always, number 67 or hashtag 67, hashtag bing bong. What is going on? Thank you for being here. Crypto Billy, one of our wonderful mods. Thank you for being here, brother. Rob the Crypto Snob, one of our other wonderful mods. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Crypto Anon, our other wonderful mod. D Petty Crypto, Tony D, Captain Kirk. We got them all. Tyler Durden. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for being the best mods on YouTube. You guys make my life so much easier than it used to be. Shout out to you guys. Jenna, what is going on? Let's bang out a couple more here. Race or our Ace, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Leroy Jenkins, as always, thank you for being here. He says, let's go, Frankie. Let's go, baby. Isaac, what is going on? And J-Lo. I told you guys, J-Lo is our most famous Candle Mafia member. J-Lo in chat right now. Show some respect to J-Lo. Ham Wizard, what is going on? Or Pig Magician, as we like to call him. Ham Wizard, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Rockstar Cola, what is going on? Michael, how are you? M Theory, welcome. DXY at 110. Brian, what is going on? Cal's World, thank you for the super chat. Says, welcome back. Thank you for everything you do. Cal's World, I do it for you, man. I do it for the Mafia, but I do it really for you. I appreciate you, Cal's World. Always in here, always showing love, always with the super chats. I do appreciate it, man. what is going on? Oh, Geely, I hope I didn't butcher that. Chloe, what is going on? Let's get two more. Craig and Benjamin, just Benjamin. He says, period. Let's go. Perfect. Perfect time to end it. 160 likes. Let's get it, baby. Guys, like I said, smash that like button. I don't got to say it again. I know you know we're doing it for hello from the UK. What is going on? Crypto Redbot, what is going on? Welcome back, brother. Guys, without further ado, I feel like I want to just hang out and chat because, I mean, really, I didn't see you guys on Friday. That's about it. And then yesterday was a holiday. So, I mean, just 2 live streams down, and I just feel like I miss you guys. But we'll come back to chat in just a second. Kevin, what is going on? Crypto A9, let's go. Shout out to you, brother. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into these dang charts, guys. What is going on with this thing? Finally, I will say this, guys. Sometimes, I call for levels, right? And I listen, I just let you guys know what the charts are telling me. But sometimes I call for these levels, and sometimes these people, they get in your ears. You idiot! It's never going down to 18,825. If you think it's going back down, you're a moron. And don't get me wrong, I could brush that off pretty easily. But after a while, if the level takes a long time to get hit, I'd be sitting there thinking like, maybe they're right. Maybe it won't get hit. But more often than not, we do hit those levels, guys. But let's go ahead. I want to just kind of do an overview of Bitcoin, where we're at. Shout out to anybody who was in crypto and coffee. Coffee and crypto, I always mess it up. Yeah, they got me on on Tim's channel. I think it's coffee and crypto. Potentially. I just always, whatever I say is usually the opposite, but I was on there today. You guys know what I'm talking about. Shout out to anybody that was in there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. They caught me early in the morning. I feel like I was a little bit off my game, early morning, not early morning, but I had to get up early right after vacation. But always an absolute blast going on their channel. They are absolutely crushing it over there. Shout out to Tim and Smay and the team over there. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for having me on. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that where I was actually talking about some of this stuff. But let's go ahead. I want to give you kind of an overview of what's going on in the higher time frames. What are the bearish things we're looking at? And then we're gonna go in and kind of dissect what we were looking for and where we're at now. And then I'm gonna give you guys the key levels and where I think that this could potentially be going. Are we going to be sinking down to lower lows? Are we going to be double bottoming? What does it look like? We're going to talk about all that. But first, let's go ahead and check out the higher time frames. As you guys know, if you are new to the channel, let me go ahead and hide all of my drawings here. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to go over some stuff. If you're not new to the channel, this might be repetitive, but I think it is important to catch some people up as we are dumping right now, so we might have some new people tuning in. So I do just want to show you guys some important stuff here. Now, Market Cipher A. I'm going to have to unhide everything. Now, I'm not going to hide all these lines, guys. Bear with the messy chart for a second. Now, on the weekly time frame, guys, we were talking about this before it was even confirmed. The yellow X on the weekly time frame is very, very indicative of a move to the downside, right? And especially on a time frame like the weekly, it could play out a lot. Now, this yellow X is confirmed, obviously, and we have come down a little bit. Now, the reason this worries me is because the last time we did actually get a yellow X, not on the weekly time frame. We've never had a yellow X on the weekly time frame. However, we have gotten them on the 7-day. And on the 7-day time frame, last time we had a yellow X was right here, and it did bring us down about 41%, guys. This one brought us down about 41%, right? And now we do have another one on the 7-day. Yes, the weekly and the 7-day are different time frames, believe it or not, but this one did play us out to about 41%. Now, if this one plays out to another 41%, or at least something similar, we could be in for a little bit of a bumpy ride. Now, there are some problems with it, in my opinion. We're going to take a look at that. Like, are we actually going to get these lower lows, or is it everybody's calling for it and we're never going to get it? And I'm going to talk about it in a second specifically, but I do just want to come back to the weekly. That is the 7-day. This is the weekly. And I just want to point out that if we do wind up seeing another 41% correction out, or something close to that out of this yellow X, guys, it would bring us about to about 1350, right? If it played out to exactly 41%, which it doesn't have to do. But with that being said, it would bring us right into that 13.5 range, that $13,500 range between 14 and 12K, which, as you guys know, is that next area of support that we are looking at, right? That is kind of the next likely range that I am looking at if we do make some lower lows. I think we're going to talk about, the last level of defense. Number one, the value area low that we are sitting at right now is a key level, right? But we have some levels underneath there that if we break those, there is a little bit of a gap in volume, and it could make for a quick move down to that 14 to 12K range that we've been talking about for a while now. Let's just be honest. But the real question is, are we going to get that? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. But now, again, the interesting thing is that 41% does bring us right into that same range that we're looking at. You guys know we do have some technical support there at the top of this little 2019 fake out bull run here. The top of this wicked up to about 14K, right? And then we just have structural technical resistance, whatever you want to call it. We do have some support there. I said resistance, support there, which makes a lot of sense. If that brings out 41%, it just so happened to bring us right into that range, which makes a lot of sense. Also, another reason why this would make sense, I'm kind of giving you guys why the bear case would make sense. It would make sense because if you bring this down to about that price at about 13,000 between in this range, right? It gives you about an 82% correction, which in my opinion would match up a lot better with the previous cycles being at an 86% correction, an 84% correction, and then this one's an 82% correction. That would make decent sense. Not saying we can't bottom out where we are now or where we have previously bottomed at that 17.5 level, but it would be nice to get that 82%. I would feel much more comfortable calling that much more likely to be the bottom if we get down there, right? I'd be like, okay, well, look at this, right? We're down 82%. That's decent enough for a bear market. We got the yellow X to play out. There would be a lot of things that would make sense if we do get down there, but there's a lot. And I do mean a decent bit, pointing to the fact that we may not actually see those lower lows. I'm going to be talking about that in a second, but on the bearish end, guys, yellow X on the weekly. Don't want to spend any more time on it because I know a lot of you know about it. Hey, good morning from Japan. Shout out to Ken. Thank you for being here. Yellow X could be potentially bearish, and if it does play out the same way it did as our last one, it would make a lot of sense. That's all, right? Moving on. 6-day, really nothing to take away from here. Let's just keep moving down the time frames here. Your 3-day VWAP's kind of just wiggling around. Your 2-day looking to print that green dot. Tried it. It tried. But we did get rejected there. We came up pretty close. Now we're getting rejected, but that is still coming up. So something to keep an eye on. Also getting in that oversold territory on the 3-day as well. Or I'm sorry, 2-day. Now looking here at the daily, obviously we did have our double green dot. It did bring us up, kind of. We did get our double green dot. However, we have now printed a red dot here. So that is indicative of some downward momentum. But, not really an alarming bear sign, just kind of showing you where the ebb and the flow of the market's at. With that red dot, we could potentially come lower. That is just starting to print, not even confirmed. It will confirm in about an hour and 56 minutes. And there it is, guys. These are the bearish things, right? 16-hour yellow X. It is the third one, but it's starting to play out here, right? 16-hour yellow X, 12-hour yellow X, 4-hour. I was talking about this on the morning stream and on Coffee and Crypto. I was pointing out that, with our see, you can't make this up. Somebody clip it. On Coffee and Crypto today with Tim, I pointed out that, what I was looking for Bitcoin to potentially break this key level of support that we've been watching, this spider line right here. What I was looking for was our VWAP was coming to the downside this morning, right? We weren't even printing a red dot at this point. We had the VWAP coming down. And guys, I'm explaining this because we saw this coming. And if you watch the channel, you saw this coming too. And I just like to be very clear about how I'm able to see these things coming because it's not really... it's not a secret I'm trying to keep from everybody. I want you guys to be able to see this as well. Nothing makes me happier than when somebody comes in my chat and they go, hey, that thing that you talk about all the time is happening on this time frame. And I look at it and I'm like, so proud. So that is my goal. That's why I explain this stuff to you guys, because I want you to be able to see it next time if I am not, right? If I'm not here to bring it up, right? So on Coffee and Crypto, I was bringing up the fact that we did have the 4-hour red dot getting close to printing, right? We had the VWAP, if you're new, the VWAP coming down here, right? Coming down towards that zero line. And when it crosses, typically you do get a red dot, at least soon after. I actually think the thing that actually prints the red dot is this light blue wave cutting into the darker wave. I think it's actually prints the red dot, but the VWAP crossovers are good to watch, right? So we had that VWAP coming down. It didn't print the red dot yet, but I said we could be printing a red dot pretty soon on the 4 hour. And the reason it makes me worried is the fact that we have the 15-minute money flow at the time was coming to the downside, right? I think it was over here that this morning, I believe it was somewhere up here this morning, and I was saying, hey, money flow's coming down. If that crosses over into the red as we're printing a red dot, you guys know this could make a strong move to the downside with the money flow coming out on the lower time frames, with the red dots on the higher time frames. And I also pointed out, if this happens, you have that strategy playing out, right? The money flow on the lower time frames with the red dot on the 4 hour. Typically, we do see a decent move with that strategy, but also we had 2 confirmed blood diamonds here. This one did kind of play out. This one didn't really play out as much. But the thing you want to realize with this, and this is what I was talking about, is, sometimes people look at these blood diamonds and they're like, nah, nothing happened, it's going up. Yellow X, nah, nothing happened, it's going up. Blood diamond, nah, nothing happened, it's going up, right? But the thing is, we talked about this a lot. If you're a real OG on the channel, I've covered this in a lot of videos. These things, if they don't play out, sometimes they kind of just pop up and foreshadow a bigger move. So I was saying, this blood diamond wasn't technically invalidated for me, right? I could still see this kind of foreshadowing a move. Again, talked about that on Coffee and Crypto. And then boom, pretty shortly after I got off their show, boom, we got another blood diamond on the 4 hour, which would have been all the confirmation you needed. 4 hour red dot with the money flow coming out on the lower time frames, right? Boom. That's usually a good strategy in itself. Then you got, your blood diamond on the 4 hour, and then 16 hour yellow X, pretty bearish. 12 hour yellow X, very bearish. 8 hour, let's keep working our way down here. 5 hour, nothing really there as well. Getting pretty oversold on that 5 hour, and your 4 hour as well, right? And again, blood diamond on the 4 hour. Coming down to your 2 hour, just looking at some of the lower time frames here. Not too much more to take away from this, but I did just want to point that out because, when you have the 4 hour red dot with the money flow coming out on the 12-minute, the 15-minute, the 10-minute, the lower time frames, obviously does indicate a big move down. You have the confirmation of that blood diamond as well as that overarching lurking yellow X on the weekly, right? These don't play out immediately. Sometimes they take time to play out. But you always we do have that super, super bearish signal on the weekly kind of lurking, right? This thing could come out to play at any time. And again, very bearish. 16 hour yellow X's, 12 hour yellow X's, generally bearish. Now, I want to come down to the lower time frames, and I want to talk about some key levels that I'm watching. What happens if we lose these levels? And then I want to kind of bleed into, is the double bottom coming, or is the lower low coming? And we're going to take a look at ETH. We're going to take a look at the SPY. That was another thing, actually. We'll take a look at the SPY first. That was another thing we were looking at, guys. You could see here on your 6-day on the SPY. I brought this up on Coffee and Crypto as well, I believe. If not, I definitely brought it up on the morning stream, or both of them. I don't remember. I do a lot of stuff. I don't know when or where I say stuff, but it's out there. I did say it. But that blood diamond on the 6-day is printing. Have about, not confirmed yet. It is printing. 6-day blood diamond, pretty gnarly bear signal there. Doesn't mean it has to play out, horribly. This last one, let's see. There was another one here on the 6-day. This one did bring us down to the tune of about 19%. Let's see, if we have that play out to the same percentage. Let's see, 19%. Let's zoom out a little bit. We could be in for that would bring us in for quite a ride. That would be about 335, 336. So that could potentially bring us down a bit, which would definitely be very bad for Bitcoin. As you know, the SPY typically follows Bitcoin. So this was another thing that we were looking at on a completely different asset, right? Or completely different chart, right? We're not looking at crypto charts here. We're looking at the S&P 500. So these are some things that we keep an eye on other than crypto. I just almost dumped this all over my laptop. These are some other things that we keep an eye on here to kind of give us an idea of what's going to happen in crypto without actually looking at a crypto chart. Let me just scroll up a little bit. We did get a super chat from Unforgettable Name. Shout out to Unforgettable Name. Fun fact, 300,000 ETH dumped on exchanges today. Hey, very, very interesting. Shout out to Unforgettable Name. Thank you for that super chat. I do appreciate it. But I thought you were away this week. Cheers, everyone. LFG, Ryan Mack, what is going on, brother? No, just away for the long weekend. That's all. We're back. We're back in action, guys. We're going every day. Back to our normal schedule. But yeah, 6-day blood diamond on the SPY. Also not very good. Pretty bearish looking, as well as we've been looking at this for a while too. Your money flow, you do have your VWAP coming up, but your money flow is coming out on the daily for the SPY as well. It's generally more bearish. Same story on the 12 and 16 hour, 4-hour money flow crossover into the red, as you can see right there. But this is our main level of support, guys. We were talking about this, I think when we were up here. And I was saying, like, if we lose these levels and lose these levels, likely that our next major level will be here. We hit it almost to the dollar, came back up, tested this resistance, and now we're working our way back down. So, this is basically our next strong level on the SPY. So we'll have to see if that holds. But yeah, 6-day blood diamond with all that money flow coming out, especially on the 4-hour as well. You do have a ton of green dots down here, but I would be very cautious with that. But yeah, and again, I don't want it to sound like, we're going to zero tomorrow. It's not going to happen. And most likely not going to happen like that. You have to understand the market's ebb and flow, guys. It goes up, it goes down. Even if it's going down, it goes up and down and then down at the same time, right? It's all about ebbs and flows of the market. Nothing goes down in a straight line. We're at very, very strong support here on the SPY, but that 6-day blood diamond, the money flow coming out on some key time frames, has got me, feeling a little bit bearish. Now, let's go ahead. I do have some things to show you guys on Ethereum, and then I will kind of move down to some key levels that we need to be watching and what happens if we lose these levels, right? Are we getting those lower lows? Are we getting the double bottom? Are we just going up from here? What is going on? We're going to be talking about it. Let me just take a little sip of this. You guys know what it is, right? You guys know what it's not. It's not an energy drink because energy drinks are bad for you. This is all natural, guys. Oh, and it tastes so good. It tastes so good. It tastes like kale. Okay, so here we go. On Ethereum, guys, some things to point out. Blood diamond confirmed on the 6-day, right? The 6-day is not a good look today. So 6-day confirmed blood diamond. The last blood diamond we had on this time frame, I don't know if you're going to get this move out of it, but it brought us down about 71%. If this were to bring us down 71%, just for fun, guys, just for fun. Oh, I did that wrong. Let's go from roughly there, 71%. Boom, right about there. Coming in at about, $500, $480, $500. Listen, if we get lower lows on Bitcoin, if we get lower lows all across the board, and we're going to talk about this. I talked about this on Coffee and Crypto too, kind of what's going on with Ethereum versus Bitcoin, right? We'll talk about that in a second. But if we were to get some massive lower lows, I would say this is actually not our. I have to make an updated chart, but we do have some support here. It actually wouldn't be the weirdest thing in the world if we did come down here. So if we get that move again, I don't know if you're going to get a crazy 71% drop, but if we did, would make a little bit of sense structure-wise. But I'm not calling for a 71% drop on ETH, but you do have that blood diamond on the 6-day, so could bring you down, at least a little bit here. So definitely a bearish sign. Coming on over the 5-day, nothing. Looking for to print that green dot on the 4-day and the 5-day here pretty soon. So, Ethereum actually not looking, Bitcoin looking a little bit worse. Looking a little bit worse than Ethereum. Ethereum looking a little bit worse. Bitcoin looking a little bit worse than Ethereum, guys. Bear with me here. 2-day green dot, you are getting it right now. As you guys know, Ethereum has not been following Bitcoin as much as it typically does, right? It's actually been leading Bitcoin, right? It's been leading Bitcoin more than anything. So this is the really, really interesting thing. We're seeing the bullish indicators, the bearish indicators, the bearish signals rather, popping up on Ethereum and even some of the altcoins before Ethereum. And then you're seeing these big, massive moves big moves up for Ethereum, Bitcoin kind of just sits there, right? Even like Bitcoin gets a move down, ETH has been holding up better than Bitcoin, which is very interesting in my opinion. And if you watched Coffee and Crypto this morning, you will know, you will know that, it's people have. I think personally, I brought this up on Coffee and Crypto. Ethereum is going to be that coin that the new people that come into crypto are going to want to buy, right? I even saw it happen in this bull run where, someone who doesn't know about crypto is like, hey, man, you do crypto full time. What am I doing, man? Am I buying Bitcoin? Am I buying Ethereum? And they're like, I heard Ethereum's going to make me more money. I don't know why. I don't know how any of this works, but like, I don't really want to buy Bitcoin. That's like the old thing, right? I want the new thing. I want the thing that's going to go up more. And granted, if they really wanted degen gains, they wouldn't be looking at Bitcoin or Ethereum. But, when they're new in the market, it's kind of what I push people to. And I always say, listen, like if you don't have as much money, you might want to put it in ETH for the higher percentage gain. And I think a lot of retail, and I mean new retail, right? People who don't even know today that they're going to be in crypto in the next bull run, they're going to come in the next cycle. And I think people are going to lose interest in Bitcoin knowing that they need more capital to get a good gain out of it because Bitcoin obviously has the highest market cap, so it's harder to move that needle. Whereas Ethereum has a little bit of a lower market cap, a little easier to move that needle, higher percentage gains. And yeah, that's basically, I think a lot of people are going to see that, right? Especially with the merge coming up. We could start to see people that, get pushed. People are going to get pushed towards Ethereum rather than Bitcoin. Shout out to Daddy Zach. Thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. He says, I think after the Sell the News event, ETH could hit 500 to 600. If you guys watch the channel, you will know my apocalyptic number for ETH in a bear market was about $600. So I don't think that's impossible either. If we are going to get the move down, maybe the ETH merge gives us a decent pump. Everyone's like, it's either priced in or we're going to get a big move. I think it's going to be a Sell the News event for the most part. But if we did get a big move, it would be a perfect thing to kind of trick people like, oh my God, the bottom's in, right? It's a short-lived pump. People take their profit. Boom. It dumps us right down to those lower lows to finally come down to our 12 to 14K. Maybe that's how it happens. But again, we're going to be... all right, I'm missing Scalp talking in here. Shout out to Simon. But yeah, that's the thing. You just, whoops, sorry. But yeah, and that's kind of what I want to get in right now is, are we going to see these lower lows? And yeah, a lot of people think the ETH merge is priced in. I tend to agree with that, at least mostly priced in. And yeah, I don't know how big of a deal this is going to be, right? We saw ETH make 100% pump, right? From that bottom, from those low lows. So we have seen, 600 ETH. Oh, Lordy, one can hope. Yeah, I know. I would go absolutely nuts if we can get that. I'm selling my kidneys, guys. I'm selling my kidneys if I could get ETH at $600. Not missing that train, that's for sure. Okay. So let's keep taking a look here. Again, main thing here is going to be that 6-day blood diamond. Not a good look. 2-day green dot, a little bit more positive there. Your daily VWAP starting to round off here. Money flow generally coming out on the daily. That's more bearish in my opinion. 16-hour, no yellow X, but you are probably about to print, a red dot here pretty soon. Yeah, let me know. Excuse me. Sorry if you guys heard that. Would you buy $600 ETH? Yes or no? Let me know. Or do you think if ETH goes to $600, it's a dead asset? Let me know if you guys are buying that dip or you're staying the heck away from it. Shout out to Daddy Zach. Thank you for that super chat, man. I appreciate you. Much love, Frankie, brother. Keep up the good work. Hey, Shiva, what is going on? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Not to be confused with Shiba. Shiva's actually high quality. Shiba is not. I'm just kidding, guys. I always make jokes about Shiba. I don't hate Shiba. I don't buy it, but I don't hate it. It's whatever. I just make jokes about it. Lower now, please. Today, come on. I just want to DCA. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's dump this thing. But again, we're going to take a look here. You guys might hate me in a second, but let's take a look here. Red dot probably about to print on that 12-hour pretty soon. You are currently printing a red dot on your 8-hour. And again, lower time frames starting to cross over into the red. Your 30-minute money flow coming out. Your 15-minute money flow has crossed over, about to print another red dot here on ETH. And look at that blood diamond, guys. Again, they don't always play out, as you can see right here, but look, when they do, they do. And they do way more often than they don't. So another reason, right? We were expecting that dump on Bitcoin. It gave us all the warning signs. We were already watching that 4-hour, 15-minute strategy, and then we got the confirmation of that blood diamond on the 4-hour. We would have seen the blood diamond here on the 15-minute on ETH. I'm pretty sure it popped up on Bitcoin as well. So all the signs were there to let us know that we were indeed going to come down. But yeah, red dot on your 15-minute. I mean, this is super local now, so not the biggest deal here. But yeah, basically the same deal. Now, zooming into the lower time frames, this is kind of the main thing. As you guys know, as we were looking at Ethereum for the past, for the past while, right? This is kind of this golden pocket, right? Since August 30th, right? We came up and we tested this we broke this golden pocket, then we came up on the 30th and we tested it, right? And breakdown, bearish retest, right? And we got stuck under it, right? We rejected here, right? Let me grab my brush. We rejected here, we rejected here, we rejected here, right? And I said, as long as we remain underneath this local golden pocket and this POC, I would remain a little bit more bearish. Now, we did obviously break above this. Double blood diamond brought us right back down. So now we're back below this local golden pocket. Now, we potentially could, looking at these lower time frames, I don't know if you're going to get it. But we did come up. Maybe we get another dump down, or if we do start seeing some positive price action, we could bearishly retest this before getting a bigger move down. But right now, like I said, as far as the lower time frames are concerned, it doesn't look like we may not actually get that move up there, right? Yellow X, that could bring us down. So, watch out for a bearish retest of this local golden pocket. But the main thing here is that we are back below it, right? We broke above it. And yesterday in the Discord, you guys will know, I do believe I have it right here. You guys will know that I put some TA in here last night, and I was saying, hey guys, we're hopping on top of this POC. If we can hold support here, we could start our journey up to the value area high. And coming back to the chart, that is pretty close. Let me come down to the 1 hour here. So we were able to hop on top, flip it to support, and work our way up, but it was not sustainable, and we broke back down. So just want to point that out, because this is the beauty of volume profiles, guys. Once we hop up there, we know it's likely we could come up to the POC. It doesn't play out 100% of the time. Nothing does. But now we can gauge it. Right now I'm feeling a little more bearish again. When we were up here, I was going, hey, 1741 could be likely, right? But now that we're back below the POC, now I know, okay, bears are back in control. It's now more likely that we come down to 1500 or 1497 to the value area low until we flip that POC again. So now we're back below that POC. The next likely area, especially obviously if this bearish momentum continues, is going to be the value area low at about 1497. And if we hop back up here, flip this POC to support, my eyes are now set back on the value area high. Guys, volume profiles, volume profiles, volume profiles. But there's ETH, guys. These are the levels I'm watching. I can share this chart in the Discord. If you guys are not already in the Discord, go ahead and join that thing. It's free. We put the TA in there. And if you were in there, you will know that we were watching this level that we're at now on Bitcoin for quite some time. Shout out to Crypto Billy for the super chat. I love you, brother. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, see Frankie, like Frankie, be Frankie, LFG. Let's go. BTC, be the candle, guys. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I'm actually pretty sure you're the one that made that up. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure you did, though. Shout out to Crypto Billy. We love you, man. Per Strong, what do you say about Luna C today, Frank? Per Strong, hang in there, brother. We will take a look. And I will not forget about you. I didn't forget about you on Thursday. I will not forget about you today. Yeah, move your stream to the bottom left. Yeah, Daniel, that is one of the most commented things on my stream. Move your box to the left. Done. Now, this is this isn't something I can just move in OBS, so we have to get our live stream guy to move it over, but it's on the list. We're going to do it. It makes way more sense. So stay tuned for that. ETH, you put, hey, Blanchard's Bees, what's going on? Welcome back. Says ETH, you put some in your wallet, and then everything changes with the corn emojis. And guys, before we continue to look at our levels on Bitcoin and try to figure out if we're going to make these lower lows or not, I just want to let you guys know, for me, I really like cone. Anyway, here we go. Moving on. Why am I like this? Moving on to Bitcoin, the levels, right? Levels. This is what we're watching. Now, I do want to break down what we have been watching, right? I want to break down what we've been watching and what we are now watching, because the things we were watching have played out beautifully, right? So now, taking a look here. and guys, I'm going to we're gonna talk about volume profiles, and the simple fact of it is because that's what got us these levels, right? So we have to talk about it. I'm gonna turn off this daily these daily levels. Let me see here. I think there was an important daily level here, and yeah, it's right here, guys. You can't make it up. We're gonna bring up those daily levels in just a second, but taking a look here, just to break this down for you guys so you can understand why we've been calling for 18,825 for a long time. If you watch the channel, you know we were, and I want to show you guys how I was able to, why was I calling for this? I'm not magic, right? Why was I calling for this? Now, as you know, volume profiles, value area high, POC, VAL. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if the mods could link, if the mods can link my volume profile videos in the chat, that would be a huge, huge help. Captain Kirk, what is going on? I don't know if did I say hi to you yet? I don't know if I said hi to you yet or if you just hopped in here. I'm just going crazy on stream here, Cap. Thank you for being here. I love you, Captain. But if you don't know what I'm talking about with the value area high, the POC, and the VAL, definitely check out the videos that the mods will hopefully link in chat explaining how I get these levels, right? There are 3 levels: value area high, POC, value area low. Point of control, value area high, point of control, value area low, right? These levels are very, very easy to get on your chart, and they're very, very important. Not only can you see that they're respected, right? We got a nice rejection off of that value area high, another nice rejection off that value area high. Then it acted as support. It tried to act as support again. It broke down. And then you can see here your value area low. Support, support, support. Look at this. Support. Hey. So there's definitely something to these levels, right, guys? And you can see here your POC was resistance all throughout here. Didn't quite get down there with these candles. But the reason I bring this up, guys, is because we knew that if we broke when we came out of the value area high, if we came back down to the value area high, the actual level, and we broke back in and bearishly retested, we knew that we were looking down towards the point of control for the next stop. Boom. We actually, I think, only closed one. Yeah. Perfect testament to why we need to move this box. Boom. We got the bearish retest. We came down, right, to the point of control as expected. And we barely spent any time here. I zoomed in. I think we actually only closed like one 1-minute candle on here and broke right through it. But still a key level, right? We flipped it into resistance, right? And now we're stuck below that POC. We know the bears are in control. And we knew that just because we were below this point of control, we knew that it was very likely that we come down and revisit the range lows at about 18,825, which is your value area low. And we bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong in here for what seemed like forever, finally broke that spider line, and now we are sitting right on that value area low. This is how I find this stuff, guys, because I know how volume profiles work. I know how to find these levels on my chart, and I show you guys how to do it too, so you can know what levels are you watching and what is going to happen if you break these certain levels. I love it because they're not just strong levels. The nature of the point of control acting as a magnet and the value area acting as a magnet. The value area is the area between the value area high and the value area low. The fact that we know this acts as a magnet, we're able to predict if we break the value area high and we get stuck below it, we're likely coming to the value area low. And then if we break below that and can't get back above, it's likely that we'll break down to the next level, right? This is how we were able to predict it. And now we are sitting right at our level that we've been talking about for a while. Finally, we are there at the range lows, right? Or, the value area low of this range, right? So this is how we got here, guys. Now what happens, right? Because I told you guys, hey, most important level to watch is this spider line, right? We're below the POC, so we're expecting the value area low to come in, but we're holding the spider line. So this was our key level. If we broke this spider line, we said watch out below for the value area low. Now what? This is a very key level, guys. Excuse me. If we lose this value area low, these are the next levels I'm watching. The next level I'm watching is going to be this 786 Fibonacci level coming in at about 17,920. I'll get the exact, let me get the exact number for you guys. 17,938.82. That is the level I'm watching. Now, this is close to the level that we bounced off of right here. And let's just go ahead. let's go ahead. If we lose this value area low, guys, also, if we turn off our spider lines, we do technically have a non-logarithmic spider line right here, kind of wick down to it here. But all in all, if we lose this value area low, and we do not, if we bearishly retest something like that, right, come down to the 786, if we do not get launched back into this value area and we start losing this Fibonacci level, the 786 level, this is where things can start to get pretty ugly. And if we do lose the 786, something I want to point out to you guys is if you pull up your VPVR, you can see, I don't know if I really want to, we'll try to get it here. We'll zoom out a little bit. It's going to get kind of messy. But if we lose this 786, you can see that there's a pretty, there's a little gap here, a little gap in your volume, right? Your 786 is right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then you have this little gap right here, right? And then this little tiny spike in volume. This is our last hope. This is our last hope to hold this gold box here. This is our last chance, right? Because in between this level and also you guys can see with the VPVR on, there is a value area low coming in. So we have a lower, we have a lower value area low below the one we're looking at that has some confluence with that fib level. So that fib level should be pretty strong. But if we lose it, there is very little volume in this gap. And that could make for, if we lose it, it could make for a quick move down into this gold box. And if we don't hold this gold box, it's going to be probably a pretty quick ride down to our predicted range of about $14,000 to $12,000. And let me just move that over. I got to keep everything to the left here. So if we come down into this box and we lose the box, it's probably going to be a quick ride down to about $14,000 to $12,000. And I say a quick move down because of the lack in volume, right? The gap in volume that we have in that area. Not just because I think it's going to dump down there. Like, I think it's important to show you guys why I'm looking at these things, right? I'm not just saying like, oh, this looks bearish. I think if we break this level, we're quickly going to come down to this level. It's because there's a gap in volume, right? I'm saying this stuff for a reason. I like to show you guys what I'm looking at and then show you guys the evidence, the actual facts, the things that are on the chart. This is not just me giving my, I guess technically it's my opinion, but I'm just showing you guys information, right? I'm not just saying, I think it's going to go down to this level because I want it to go down and I think that, right? You're not going to get any of that on this channel. You're not just going to get some mindless, I'm bullish on Bitcoin or I'm bearish on Bitcoin. It's going down, it's going down. I'm always going to give you guys technical reasons for it. I'm never just here to blow smoke up your, I'm not here to, whatever. But so there you go, right? So that quick move is due to a gap, an actual gap in volume. So that's what we're looking at, guys. Main levels, again, before we move on here, main levels is going to be the value area low. Let me turn on this VPVR. Main levels we're watching right now, guys, is value area low. Come down to a lower time frame. If we lose the value area low, and we don't get snapped right back in, because you guys know when you lose the value area, it acts as a magnet, right? So when you lose this range between these three levels, when you lose this range and you come outside of this range, I'm going to draw a purple box just to make it more clear. In this range, this purple box is the value area. If price, you could see, right? Price is in the value area. It likes to trade in the value area. If it comes out of the value area and we don't get sucked back in and we start developing new volume down here, and we wind up coming down again and bearishly retesting and getting stuck below this value area, that is where I start to get nervous. And this is last line of defense. Also, again, I'm going to turn on these daily levels like I brought up before. Turn them on here. You can see we do have a daily level right here at about 17,822. I believe that is, we do have that level right underneath this fib level. So you do have some confluence there. Pretty strong daily level as well as the Fibonacci level. So these are the levels, right? And I mean, these are pretty dang close to each other. This is coming in at 17,936. This is coming in at 17,815. So you could draw this as a box or whatever whatever you might want to do. But again, value area, that's the key level. If we lose the value area, next key level is going to be the 786 fib level at about between 17,936 and 17,822. And if we lose that, that's where those low volume gaps come in. And, that low volume gap comes in. We get potential quick move down to this gold box. Hopefully we can hang out in here. And if we lose that, probably going to be a quick move down to this purple box. So just zoom out a little bit to show you guys like where we are in, kind of in, give you some perspective here, show you guys where we're at, how close we are. I will just kind of hide everything and show you visually. So here you go, right? So if we lose this level and we wind up coming down to that 14 to 12K range, I know those lines get kind of messy. You're coming down, let's see how much of a drop that is from here to about 14K, which would be the top of our purple box, would be another 27% drop, which, like I said, that yellow X on the weekly doesn't have to bring us down 41% like it has in the past. It could bring us down, and maybe it's not as effective, and it only brings down 27%. And that would bring us to the top of that box. Or I guess the yellow X happened up here. So I guess 41% would bring us back into that range as well. But main thing here is I just wanted to clean that up because I know it gets messy with all these lines. But yeah, so key levels, guys. Value area low. The value area low. One more time. I'm going to say it one more time. Value area low at 18,825. If we lose that, we're looking down to about 17,936 and 17,822. And if we lose those levels, somebody call the bat phone because I got to go live. If we lose these levels tonight, I'm going live at 2 in the morning if I'm awake. So those are the levels we're watching, right? And then, again, those next ranges, I would say the next range, if we lose these key levels of support, which I think could potentially be unlikely, and I'm going to show you why in a second. But if we break those levels, that next range is between about 16,250 and 15,250. So that's the next box. Next range to watch for a potential drop down. We've got 895 people in here, guys. Welcome to the stream if you're new, or welcome to the Frankie Candles YouTube channel where I show you how to trade crypto and make some of this stuff, whether the price is going up or down. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Mafia. Welcome to La Familia. Can't get out of it now. 11K and pray. Lol. Shout out to Richard Hart. Let's go, baby. Listen, if this thing dumps down to 11K, I'll be the happiest guy in the world. But let's see. So there you go. There are some levels to watch, and not only levels to watch, guys, the important ones to watch, right? And you guys know what to expect, right? If we lose that value area low, it's not necessarily instant panic for me, right? Because you guys know when you lose those value areas, a lot of the time you get sucked right back in. So not totally losing my mind yet. It would really be this fib level here that's where I really, really start thinking, all right, here we go. Here come the lower lows, right? Because technically if we come down here, we will not, I guess, yeah. It depends on, let me come down to the 4 hour. Yeah, we're technically not making lower lows here if we come down to this level, depending on where we wick to. But if we come now, let's talk about this. Are we getting the lower lows? This is the question everyone wants to know. And I'm going to tell you what I don't think anyone else really wants to say. You don't know. Nobody knows, right? But we can take what is given to us, this information on the chart, and we can put the probability, we could put higher probability in one area, right? Guys, 887 people in here, guys. Smash that like button. We're going for 750 likes. If we get 750 likes, we will start off this week with 15 spins on the wheel. You're going to get at least 5 NFTs out of that. Most likely way more than that. But going for 750 likes, guys. If you have not smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit it. If you want to spin the wheel and win some free, what are they called? TFNs or whatever they are? NFTs? Is that what they are? I'm kidding. Get it. Hey, Lane Hughes, what is going on? Welcome in, brother. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for always tuning in, man. Let's go ahead and see. You now have the levels. Now, the question is, are we going to make the lower lows? And nobody knows, right? This is what no one wants to tell you. No one knows if we're going to get the lower lows or not, because you got everybody calling for lower lows, which kind of makes me skeptical about it just because of that. I said this on Coffee and Crypto this morning. People are calling for lower lows, and I'm over here like, yeah, kind of feels like when everybody was calling for 100K. Everyone and their grandma, you idiot, it's going to 100K. And I'm not saying that, if you were saying we're going to 100K, you're an idiot. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I'm comparing now to then, right? Everyone, we're going to 100K. We're going to 100K. We're going to 100K, right? Never got there. Never really even got close, right? We hit 70K, 69K. Didn't really get that close. A little more than halfway. But I guess we're almost 3/4 of the way. But everybody calls for it. Everyone expects it. We don't get it, right? And now everybody's calling for lower lows. Everybody wants that lower low to come in so they can buy the dip. And just that alone, guys, just that alone is making me feel that we could potentially not see that. And the thing is, it's not just that. That is a big thing, right? You want to take that into consideration because when you have everybody asking you in a bull market, oh, what should I buy in? Should I buy in? That's normally the top, right? That's normally when you got to be like, okay, time to take some profit. My friend from high school that I haven't talked to in 3 years just texted me and asked me if he should buy Bitcoin. Time to sell, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back and check the dates of those text messages that I used to get in the bull market. And I want to time it with the top. And if they're close enough, I'm going to make a video about it because your friends that don't talk to you all the time, that text you for the first time in a while and ask you if they should buy Bitcoin, that's typically, that could be a good top signal, right? And in the same way, when everyone and their grandma is saying, hey, should I wait for it to drop lower to buy? Hey, I heard 10K's incoming. Should I wait to buy? Everyone's waiting for that. Everyone wants that opportunity. And I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm just saying it's giving me PTSD thinking about when everyone's calling for 100K. So you just want to remember that. And the market makers know this, right? The market makers know the general sentiment, right? If they know the people are scared, they know. They know if the people are scared. They know if the people are euphoric. They know if people are expecting lower. They know all this, right? And they're gonna use it to their advantage to play the retail like a fiddle, right? They're gonna play you like an instrument. So you want to keep this in mind. But on top of that, there's also a lot of things that point to 17.5 potentially being the bottom, right? And I do cover this a lot, but I just want to bring it up again. For anybody who is new or someone who just wants to see it again, I keep clicking the wrong button. Coming over to our cycle chart, guys. This is kind of the chart that I come to when I want to see, what is going on. This is the grand view, right? This is the grand view of the markets, right? I have the halvings from 2012, right? The 2012 halving, the 2015 bottom, the 2016 halving, the 2018 bottom, the 2020 halving, and the 2022 bottom. If 17.5 was the bottom, that is what's marked out right here. But this kind of just gives us an overall view, right? So we have a cycle right here from halving to halving, and then you have your next cycle from halving to halving, and then our current cycle from halving to halving. And I'm not going to get too deep into this. If you guys want to check out this video, it's on my channel. It's called "Is the bottom in for Bitcoin?" Something like that. You'll see it's like top 3 cases for the bottom being in, something like that, guys. If the mods could link that, that would be super, super helpful. I would really appreciate it if they could find it. Hopefully, you guys can. But definitely check out this video because there's a lot of things pointing to the bottom potentially being in, and one of those things is. In that video, I bring up this chart, right? And there's just a lot of similarities in this current cycle and this cycle here in 2013, 2014. But the main things here that do argue to me that we could potentially have already found a bottom is my original prediction for the bottom for Bitcoin was mid to low 20s with a potential panic wick down to 18K. We came down to the mid to low 20s with a panic wick to about 17. It depends on which exchange you're looking at. 17.5 on some, 17, about 17.6 something on this one. But we got mid to low 20s with a panic wick to about 17.5K, right? Pretty close to 18. And this is what I was expecting for the bottom. So if I was sticking to my original prediction, the bottom is in, right? The bottom is already in all the way over here, and we're not going to go lower. However, we are here now. So it would do us an injustice to not assume we can come lower. We want to be prepared whether we're going up or down, right? So when we're here, right, I said, and when we get there, we will reassess the situation. I really hope there's some OGs in here that were in these streams, right? Mid to low 20s, panic wick down to 18K was the expectation. And I said, when we get down there, we'll assess the situation. And if we have to, we'll find lower targets. Now we have this little guy, the yellow X. Now we're looking at lower targets because we could potentially come lower. And now we're getting bear signals saying that we could potentially come lower. But if we were to go lower, we would have to crack one of the biggest things that was kind of saying in my head, one of the main things for calling the bottom at at 20K was the fact that it was our previous all-time high. So you backtest that all-time high, find good support, and we finally take off. Now, a lot of people, now that we're coming back down, a lot of people are expecting us to come make lower lows. We would have to break that all-time high, right? Which technically has never happened. Bitcoin has never broken a previous cycle all-time high, right? You could see in the bear market here, we did not break the previous cycle all-time high right here at about 11.17, or yeah. So you hear, right? This is the cycle top right here at about 1141, say, and then we come up to the new bull market, go all the way up to about 20K, and we come down to the bear market. We did not break a previous all-time high. Even same cycle, right? We had two tops here. We had one top here in 2013, and then we had another one here later in December of 2013 or November of 2013. But you can see, right, even in the bear market, the low, right, it wicked down, but it did not wick below the close of the body here, right? And we did not close a candle below that all-time high either. We came back up, right? So we've never really come below a previous all-time high, and especially not a previous cycle all-time high. Now, with that being said, obviously we do have a lot of things happening in the macro that are out of our control, right? Inflation is going crazy. We have all these, I don't want to say any words that YouTube's not going to like, but, we have things going on with certain countries, right? We have things going on with, sometimes we have to stay in our house, right? Things like this. We have a lot of uncertainty happening, right? So these are things that could potentially make us see something different in crypto that we've never seen before. You guys have to remember, I say this all the time, every Bitcoin bear market has happened in a macroeconomical bull run, right? Everything else was fine. It's just Bitcoin pulling back, right? Or we've never seen Bitcoin go through a recession, essentially, right? Or a depression, right? So something like that. If we go into a serious recession, we could see Bitcoin behave differently than it typically does because it's never seen a recession before. It was developed in response to a financial crisis, right? Or so they think. So, well, I guess kind of, yeah. So we would have to see this thing break at previous all-time high for the first time ever. Again, not impossible, but that's just something that, kind of aims towards, maybe we're not going to make those lower lows, right? Now, on top of that, expecting that there's no black swans coming in, expecting that, nothing crazy is going to happen macroeconomically, I would feel, if the macro looked a little better, I'd feel comfortable calling this the bottom. And, but I don't know, just because of the macro is so unpredictable at this time, that I would say it's likely that it could have been the bottom. But, all it takes is for some crazy thing to happen and all the TA is going to go out the window, right? And we will make lower lows. And we could use TA to find those next potential technical targets. But as of right now, just because of the way the macro is, I will say, definitely potential possibility. Definitely a possibility that the bottom is in. Because of these things, right? We're landed and we're closing weekly candles right above the all-time high. But if you look here, guys, you can see this current weekly candle is breaking the 2017 all-time high. Doesn't mean we can't wick back up. Just remember that. But this yellow X is bearish, right? Very bearish. Now we're starting to pierce through here with the body of the weekly candle past that 2017 all-time high. However, there's some other things to look at here, right? If you look at just the timing of stuff, right? The, especially just between this cycle and the 2013-2014 cycle are very, very similar. You can see we found a cycle bottom from the beginning of the halving all the way to the bottom. It took about 777 days. So from the halving happens, everyone's excited, right? The supply shock is happening. All the prices are going up. And it took about 777 days to go from the halving all the way up to the top and all the way down to the bottom. So for that full parabolic bull run to happen all the way to the bottom, start to finish, took 777 days. If you assume that our actual top was this first peak in April of 2021, which in my opinion is much more likely than this peak. If you look at all the indicators, we're screaming this was the top and this was a weird dead cat bounce with a higher high. But if you're assuming that this was the actual top from the halving, from the halving to the bottom, right? I just wanted to point that out because this chart was made assuming this was our actual all-time high. This was our actual top of the cycle, peak of the cycle, not price-wise, but euphoria-wise, psychological-wise, right? Everyone was all excited here. We had crazy stuff going on here. Here, it was just search terms were all the way down. Search terms here were at an all-time high, right? We're just at least smashing through the roof. And then here was not that much excitement, but the price still went up. Very interesting. But from the halving to the bottom of this current cycle took about 763 days. So 763 days, 777 days. Very, very similar, right? And then from your cycle top to your cycle bottom was 413 days in the 2014 cycle and 427 days in this cycle. So just from measuring the time of how long it takes things to play out, just from that, in my opinion, there has been enough time to go by, timing wise. Like these numbers are 777 versus 763. That's pretty dang close, right? And then 413, what is it? 413 and 427, hashtag Frank's birthday. But yeah, this is, very, very similar as well. So I do think there is a possibility that the bottom is already in, but there's really, really no way to tell, especially if something crazy in the macro is going to happen. And I see you guys in chat. But yeah, we do have midterms coming up, so that's something to keep into account too. But I just wanted to show you that, right? Essentially, our original prediction for the bottom is we're here, right? And now we're starting to dance on that line. It's starting to get a little bit sketchy. But yeah, so as far as are the lower lows going to come in, there are some things that have to happen that have never happened before, right? We got to break the previous all-time high, which, again, has never happened in a previous cycle or two local, or in 2013, 2014, where we had this double top. This didn't even go below that previous all-time high, and we've definitely never gone below a cycle all-time high. So these are some things to take into account. Also, the timing is eerily similar. Even in these, these were only off by, not too much, 882, 777. So definitely different here, but these two are much closer. Now, again, when you're weighing this stuff out, guys, you want to give it, just because we bottomed out here in 777 days does not mean that, even if this bottom came in 777 days in, doesn't mean that that has to be the bottom, right? It's just some things that we can look at and compare and try to weigh out. Now, I want to go back to our regular chart. So that's just something to realize. We really need to, that's kind of a level that I'm watching. We need to decisively break that previous all-time high. But let me come down back to our regular chart here. And let's go to our weekly. This is another thing that was making me feel a little bit bearish. Let me hide some of this stuff. Let's get rid of the spider lines, the daily support, and the volume profiles. We'll keep a couple things there. Okay, bada boom, bada bing. Okay, that's good. So looking at the weekly chart here, I do want to turn on the 200-week moving average. Just double check it. Boom. And you guys can see, right? I talk about this a lot. Just in general, when you have breakdowns of any level, right? And now I'm looking at this 200-week moving average. You break this level here, right? Come up. Now, I know we broke through it, but this, you could argue, is a bearish retest with the confirmation of a yellow X, right? So this is pretty bad in my opinion, because we've never really behaved like this around the 200-week. Typically, in the past, when we've come below that 200-week, now you can see here, we never even came below it in 2018. We just came and kissed it a couple of times, wicked below it during that March 2020 dump, but never closed a candle below it. Guys, well, we are like comfortably closing candles below the 200-week moving average. And I don't know if I'm missing something, but I feel like no one's really talking about this. We are comfortably closing a lot of weekly candles underneath this 200-week moving average. And I know it's not the prettiest, but it does look, this does, resemble a bearish retest, right? And then you have the confirmation of that yellow X. This is not good. We're essentially stuck below this 200-week moving average at this point, right? And then if you pull up the BLX, just to get a little bit more history out of it, you can see here, right? Even here, guys, we came down. We never really closed that many candles below. And when we did, barely, right? It's just like you kind of snuck below there a little bit. But, not the situation that we're in right now. The situation we're in right now is, we are under this thing, right? I'm just going to go ahead and make this a little thicker so it's easier to see. But we're below this, right? We are closing candles, weekly candles below this. So that is definitely more bearish in my opinion. As long as we remain under this 200-week moving average, I am feeling as long as we are below this moving average, I am feeling pretty bearish, right? We tried to hold it with these candles, but we just lost it, especially with the confirmation of the yellow X. Definitely got me feeling bearish, right? Now, I want to show you guys what happens if we don't get the lower lows. We kind of talked about, are we going to get the lower lows? But I want to talk about what's going to happen if we don't get the lower lows. What are some of those other scenarios and other levels that I'm watching to potentially, get a big bounce, right? And I want to come over to the daily chart here, and I'm just going to hold it, right? I'm going to hold this. I'm going to hold these levels here. We're kind of at the levels here, guys. I mean, we don't have to really come. Let me get rid of these lines here. We're not going to have to come that much lower to double bottom, right? You could even argue, we came down here, we closed the candle above this value area low, came back up. Now we're closing a candle above the value area low again. Like, this could be your double bottom. You bottom here, and now we're just going to launch, right? I'm not saying I think that's going to happen, but these are actually some of the things I'm looking at. If we don't get the lower low, could we double bottom? Now, I've been waiting to come back down and test these levels, because if we come back down and we actually test this 786, this is where you want to watch out for the bounce. Now, looking at Market Cypher B right now on Tuesday night at 6:54 p.m., I'm not seeing any like super promising signals of a massive bounce coming in, right? We still have a yellow X just starting to print on the 16-hour. It looks that yellow X on the weekly still there, right? Not getting invalidated, not printing another green dot. So nothing really indicating that we could get a quick move or a quick double bottom right here and immediately bounce up at this time of recording, right? But you want to keep it in mind, because in my opinion, if you watch that video, Frankie's story about spider lines and how to, hey, shout out to Rob, just shooting those videos in chat. I love it. But yeah, I'm just trying to see if they linked, is the bottom in? There you go, Tyler Durden. Thank you for that, brother. Quickest hands in the West, guys. Give it up for Tyler Durden, one of the best mods. Frankie Candle's mods are the absolute best on YouTube. I'm just going to put it in there again so you guys can, so I can just update it so it's quicker. But yeah, is the bottom in? If you guys go watch that video, there's a lot of evidence, and I go more into Tyler, quick with it, man. Quick with it. I didn't even have to send it because Tyler has got it. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you, man. But BTC going to do what BTC does, yawn. Ron Hoffler, yes, I couldn't say it better myself. But so no real signs showing that we could get a bounce immediately. Honestly, things look pretty bearish right now. In the shorter term, things are looking a little bit bearish. Now, when we look at Ethereum, it's a little different. We're talking about Bitcoin specifically right now. So, potential double bottom opportunities on this value area low and this 786 Fibonacci level here as well. But we're going to have to see, things on the chart start to turn around pretty quickly before this thing dumps us below here. So looking for a double bottom, right? Boom, boom. And then maybe this is the cycle where we had that massive W bottom, right? Maybe we'll look back here and be like, oh, yeah, well, in 2022 cycle, when we're in the 2026 bear market or whatever, 2025 bear market, whatever, we come back and we go, well, we have to look back at this bear market and try to see what we could pull from this bear market and what's similar to that. And when we're in doing this whole same song and dance in the next bear market, maybe we look back and go, that was that big double bottom bear market. Remember that, guys? Everyone thought it was going lower, but we never did. Man, we should have saw it. Everybody was calling for lower lows and we never got it. Maybe that's what happens. But these are the levels I'm watching. This 786, hopefully this value area lower, the 786 can hold for a double bottom. And these are some levels I'm looking at. Another thing I would be watching, guys, on the weekly is, something like this to happen, right? Potentially, we can get a second green dot on the weekly. Now, we've been talking about this for a while, how to Tyler, love Wolf. Shout out to you, Wolf. Thank you for the super chat. But it was really a super chat to Tyler. To Tyler, love Wolf. Shout out to Wolf Hate My Coins. And shout out to Tyler Durden. But I appreciate you, Wolf. This is something else, and I've talked about this before. If you zoom out here and you look, I know a lot of people say, well, the weekly green dot, marked the bottom in 2018, which it did, right? But if we pull up a little bit more history and we come down to the cycle before that, you'll notice that we got two green dots on the weekly that marked the bottom, right? That first one kind of thought it was the bottom. We got one more dump down, got that second green dot, that second double green dot, right? Now, we do know, especially if you watch that is the bottom in video, you will know that there are a lot more similarities between this cycle and this cycle rather than this cycle, right? So maybe we do get that double green dot, which is something we've talked about on the channel a lot. Maybe this one winds up being a double green dot for the bottom, and it would definitely make sense, in my opinion, to potentially, they hit my indicators too. Sorry guys, just deal with the gack here a little bit. boom. Potentially we could see if we could get Bitcoin to make a lower low before getting a bounce, and your momentum wave comes below this -60 line and comes back up, but doesn't get lower than our first momentum wave right here, and we get another double green dot here with a higher low on market cipher B and a lower low on your price action, the bottom of this cycle could wind up being a massive bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. And if you guys want to know how powerful that could be, you could just look back at the bearish divergence that we put in this cycle. You have a higher high here on your price action and a lower low here on market cipher B. And then that essentially marked the beginning of the bear market, right? Or the beginning of the plunge down into the bear market. So, that's kind of another scenario. I've talked about this before. That's another scenario I can see happen if we do get a lower low. I just want you guys to be ready, right? Because I think a lot of people are going to be expecting this jump down to like 10K, and maybe we don't get it, right? I just want people to be prepared with other situations, right? So if we break these lows, before we automatically assume that it's going to be a straight shot to 10K or those super low, bearish, bear, apocalyptic targets, let's look for a potential lower low on your momentum, or a lower low on price with a higher low on your momentum waves with a second weekly green dot. Maybe it's a double bottom or a bullish divergence, right? A double bottom, or if you come lower, it's a bullish divergence. And if we really start to lose the levels, this momentum wave comes lower than our last one, it's probably likely that we're just going to make a lower low, right, without the bullish divergence. So these are some other things to look for, right? So if we're not going to make the lower lows, be prepared for the double bottom. But right now, with the way things look, in the short term, it would have to turn around pretty quickly to get that double bottom, right? And then if we start coming to make that lower low, be ready for a possible bullish divergence, because you don't want the ship to leave without you, right? So I just want you guys to be ready. So look for the double bottom, look for the bullish divergence before assuming that we're automatically going to dump down to like 12K, right? Because we do have this level here. And if we do come down to this level and get a bounce, it could wind up giving us that bullish divergence that we're looking for. So just some things to watch, guys. You have all the key levels on Bitcoin. You have the key levels on Ethereum. We showed you the blood diamond on the SPY. Let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY. And if you guys want to see some altcoin analysis, go ahead and throw your altcoins in chat right now, and I will take a look for you. We'll do some analysis. We'll do some analysis on it, okay? But let's take a look at the DXY. I hope you guys are getting something out of the stream today. I'm feeling spicy. I'm feeling juicy. I'm feeling saucy. Let's go. I got the energy. I got the natural water here. I'm not going to tell you guys what kind of water, but I hope you guys are getting some insight here, getting the juicy levels, and getting that sauce on the SPY, the DXY, the levels on the daily on ETH is printing a bull div. Yes. Okay, actually, before we look at the DXY, I want to come back to ETH because I did bring up, I was saying this is about Bitcoin, right? We're going to take a look at ETH because things are a little bit different. Here's the thing with Ethereum, right? If we come to the weekly time frame, you guys will see Ethereum's actually printing another weekly green dot. So, hey, Chris Nagy, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it very, very much, my man. He says, bing bong from Bali. Good morning. Well, hey, Chris, bing bong. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're enjoying that Balinese coffee. I know that's not how you say it. But I hope you're enjoying your morning coffee, morning tea, morning soda, morning water, whatever you drink over there in Bali with your palm trees and your beautiful water. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. We're out here in the ATL, baby, chilling. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Bali. Short or long Luna or Terra Classic. Okay, that'll be the first one we take a look at. We'll take a look at Terra Classic because shout out to Per Strong for that super chat. I told you I wouldn't forget you, brother. We'll take a look at it first. But one thing I want to show you here, we're starting on the alts, on the King alt, as I like to call it. Ethereum, right? So Ethereum's showing some mixed signals here, guys. This is why I'm being very cautious, right? I said on Coffee and Crypto today, I'm bearish, right? I'm bearish, so I guess I'm pessimistic, but I'm cautiously pessimistic. I say this a lot when I'm bullish, right? I say I'm optimistic, but cautiously optimistic, right? Because you want to be ready in either direction, but I'm bearish, but I'm cautiously bearish, right? Because you have to understand that we've come down a lot, right? Bitcoin never really got a big move up or any type of relief at all, really. Like, barely got any relief. It's just been bear flagging, dump, bear flagging, dump, bear flagging, dump. And it's like the trolls come out every time. Oh, here we go. He thinks it's another bear flag. He's going to get wrecked. And then boom, it breaks down, right? And to be honest, I expected the last 2 bear flags. I'm like, you know what? If any of them are not going to play out, it's probably going to be this one. And they both just kept dumping. So you want to remember we're in a bear market, right? That's another reason why I'm generally bearish. Also, another thing that is bearish today, guys, is don't forget it's Rectember, baby. September is typically a bad month for crypto. So, Rectember, Bloodtember, I think there's all different kinds of names for it, but I like Rectember. So yeah, September typically a bearish month, which is another thing that's making me feel a bit bearish now. But Ethereum telling a little bit different of the story here with the weekly green dot. Now, this is not by any means. This still has about a week to confirm, right? So there's plenty of time for this thing to go away. However, it's printing, right? It is printing. So and you guys know that Ethereum has been leading Bitcoin on these signals, right? So potentially, if we get this green dot to confirm on ETH, and maybe we could see it bleed into Bitcoin a little bit later, but that would give Bitcoin a little bit of time to potentially come down and make a lower low and get that bullish divergence, or potentially just come down a little bit more before printing a red or green dot. You do have your VWAP curving off here on Bitcoin, but I mean, Ethereum's already printing that green dot. So again, not confirmed. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt. We could easily lose this, but there's also no yellow X on Ethereum, right? Ethereum is behaving a lot different, right? It's starting to look like Ethereum is breaking away from Bitcoin. And again, between the ETH merge and just people understanding crypto and investing more and more every year, right? I think people generally get smarter and smarter every year just because of technology, right? Everyone's reading a little bit every day, right? Because you look on your phone, you look at Twitter, you're reading stuff. You might not think you're reading, you might not feel like you're reading a book, but you see a news thing, right? Everyone's just bombarded with media constantly, right? So I think there's a lot more, especially young people that are into investing than there used to be. And I think a lot of these people are going to get very savvy to the idea that Ethereum's going to give them the gains they want and Bitcoin isn't. So this is, could we see Ethereum pull ahead? And listen, if Ethereum is going to flip Bitcoin at any point, starting to see this stuff happen slowly is an indication that, later on down the road, we could potentially see ETH flip Bitcoin at some point here. And it's been leading the markets recently. So you do want to remember, just like we don't want to forget about the yellow X on the weekly for Bitcoin, this is looming. It's a looming bear signal. Now, I put more weight on the yellow X because it's confirmed. This is not confirmed yet. This can go away. But with, can't talk, guys. It's God. It take 2 streams off. I take 2 days off. I totally lose my my whatever word you use for talking. Anyway, I don't forget, right? I always remember that yellow X on the weekly chart as long as it's there, right? It could come out to play at any time. Kind of has me leaning a little more bearish. I don't want to forget about this green dot, but it's not confirmed yet. So, but I am going to remember. So it is telling a little bit different of a story, and looking at your money flow starting to curve off too, does curve up is not a bad sign as well. But if we see things start to get pretty ugly, we could see that green dot go away very easily. But I did just want to point out that Ethereum doesn't have the yellow X on the weekly. It does have the 6-day confirmed blood diamond, right? So that is definitely bearish. So I put more weight on this than I do on that weekly green dot until it's confirmed, right? But there's no yellow X on the weekly, right? We have the blood diamond on the 6-day. But a lot of the things that are bearish about a lot of the things that are bearish about Bitcoin are not really popping up on ETH, which is nice to see. But it's just annoying because it used to be like, if Bitcoin does something, you could assume Ethereum is probably going to follow. But now it kind of throws off some trades with Ethereum because it's like, well, man, maybe throw in an ETH short or whatever, an ETH long, and then ETH kind of does its own thing, and you're like, okay, wow, can't gauge. Bitcoin's usually the thermometer for the entire market, but now it's like I find myself checking Ethereum a lot. So definitely want to keep that in mind. But generally still not looking the best. Your money flow generally coming out on the daily. So yeah, but I will say that weekly green dot printing on Ethereum, that is worthy of alerting you guys about and letting you know to keep an eye on it, because I mean, who knows, guys? Again, everybody calls it boomer coin, right? Everybody calls it boomer coin. And I think maybe people are starting to catch on to that, and they're, like the newer investors, the younger people are just coming in. They don't, I think most of the young people are like not even investing in Ethereum, right? The younger people are probably like, they probably don't have that much money to play with, right? So they're like, I don't want a 2x. I don't want to double my $500. I don't want to double my $1,000. I want a 5x at 10x. So most of those people are probably going to buy garbage altcoins and get wrecked. But I think like the people like, people like even my family, right? Like I have uncles or aunts, people who are established in life, have a good amount of money, or, more than a 20-year-old to invest. They're even asking me, like, I heard Bitcoin might, if Bitcoin goes to $100,000, that's a 5x, but like, what is Ethereum going to go to? Wouldn't that go up more? Like, they have a little bit better of an understanding of investing and maybe even market cap if you're lucky. And even those people are just kind of like, Ethereum has like a better gain opportunity, no? And I see people more and more. It's like people just be like, oh, I bought Bitcoin. Now everyone's saying I bought ETH. Oh, I'm buying ETH every day. And it's like, you guys are catching on. I like it. And I think this is going to push ETH ahead at some point. I'm not saying it could be tomorrow, could be a year from now, 2 years, 5 years. I don't know. But I do think eventually it would make sense to see that happen. ETH regulation, security, or commodity, concerned with either one for ETH. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure ETH has already been confirmed not a security by the SEC. Do not hold me by that. This is not financial advice. It could be wrong, but I'm almost positive that is the case. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, somebody says SHIB will attract young investors. Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of why I always talk about. I always make jokes about SHIB, right? SHIB not going to $1, guys. This is never going to happen. Unless they burned all their supply, then maybe. Then things. If they changed all that stuff, then you could start thinking about $1 or a penny. I mean, try to think about a penny too. A penny is impossible as well. With the current tokenomics, a penny is never going to happen. But that stuff can change. They can burn. I think they are burning. I don't know anything about SHIB, to be honest. I never really look into it. But I'm pretty sure they do burn their supply. So maybe if they continue that at a very rapid rate, maybe Ascent is could eventually come if they burn a lot of their supply. However, the one reason I love the meme coins is because it brings new investors in, right? All the people I tried to get into crypto, I'm telling them good projects to buy. Buy Chainlink, buy Polkadot, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, right? Buy XRP, buy Cardano. Maybe XRP wasn't a hit last year, but these meme coins bring in the new investors, right? I'll tell someone to buy Bitcoin or Cardano or something good, and then they're like, nah, crypto's a scam. You're going to lose all your money, you idiot. And then 6 months later, when the market's topping out, they hit you up and they go, I bought in finally. And I'm like, great, you're going to get dumped on. But I'm like, oh, what'd you buy? Ethereum? And they're like, no, I bought SHIB because it's only, fractions of a penny. I put $100 in. If it goes to $1, I'll be a billionaire. And I'm just like, oh boy, we have to have a talk. But the thing it does is it gives a lot of those people came in with not knowing anything, and they did make money, which is amazing, right? We want them to make money because we want new people in the space. And if meme coins and dog coins and all these crazy projects bring them in and it gets them to stay, then I am here for it. I actually think it plays an extremely important part in the market. I think the meme coins, I think people hate meme coins because they're not good projects, right? And new investors get in and they're like, and people just hate it. But the thing, what's going on, the block, Doc? What's going on, brother? I love your name. But, I think people hate these meme coins. But I just want to be clear, I don't. I think they play an important part in the market of getting people in, right? It's easier to be like, hey, buy this funny little meme coin. And then they get in, they double their money, and they're like, wait, hang on, this is how crypto works? I'm going to stay. And that's what we need, guys. That's what we need. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Terra Classic, and let's see what this thing is doing. Thank you, Per Strong, for that super chat. I told you I would not forget you, brother. And here we go. So here, actually, guys, this is a perfect reason to bring up why bearish divergences. Now, bearish divergences are any kind of divergence is something that I put a lot of weight on. Right, divergences have a pretty high win rate, but I do want to show you this. This was a pretty massive bearish divergence that just said nope, and it just kept going up. But let me just take a look at this for you guys. Now, as you can see, right, you have your higher highs on price and your lower highs on your momentum waves. All this stuff never happened. All that stuff never happened, right? So you have your higher highs and your lower highs, right? Perfect bearish divergence, pretty big in my opinion, and the thing just went to the moon, right? That is just the proof that nothing is 100%. There's no more textbook bearish divergence that you could find other than this. Like, this is the textbook bearish divergence, and it just didn't play out, right? Nothing plays out 100% of the time. So if you're out there and you're trading, you're day trading, you're scalp trading, you're swing trading, whatever kind of trading you're doing, bearish and bullish divergences have a very high win rate. But this is just proof that it's never 100%, right? So you might win some trades and then lose this one and be like, oh, I suck at trading. No, you don't. It's just sometimes it doesn't play out, and that's okay. That's why you use good risk management. But just taking a look here, guys. Let's see. So we did, obviously, this bearish divergence did not play out. But now you are and then you printed another bearish divergence. So you do have another bearish divergence here. And, to the divergences defense, I will say this. As we were looking at these bearish divergences, I think we were talking about how, with something like Terra Classic that's in the situation it's in, it's not the easiest thing to do TA on, right? Because, this thing is not going to respect TA like a typical asset because it's manipulated and it's such a low market cap at this point. It's just, this thing is going to behave recklessly. So that is worth remembering as well. However, I'm just giving you guys the information on the chart here. Another bearish divergence here on the 4-hour, right? It's been confirmed. Your VWAP is coming back up. You could easily get rejected at the 0 line, but this is a bearish divergence. I can't tell you if this has a higher probability of winning. I would say this one actually doesn't even look like it's going to give you much to the downside because your VWAP is curving over, right? So maybe this thing doesn't even really play out. You came back down to test this fib level, and now you're going to continue up potentially. But the bearish divergence is there. Your money flow is starting to come out on the 4-hour. So that is a little bit more bearish. Let's see your daily. Dang, this thing went crazy, huh? Yeah, your daily, nothing really to see there. Your 16-hour VWAP. Yeah, looking to print that red dot on your 12 and 16-hour. 8-hour red dot printing. Let's check our lower time frames. 15-minute money flow coming up, so no confluence there. Let's check the 24-minute, 30-minute. Yeah, I mean, if you could get the 24 and the 30-minute money flow to cross over with that 8-hour red dot, maybe that's your bearish case to come down a little bit. So there we go. I'm going to say it there. 8-hour red dot with that, 15 through 30-minute money flow crossover. 15-minute is coming up. However, your 24 and 30-minute are coming down. So I would keep an eye on these money flow crossovers to get a potential move to the downside. Levels I would watch for a pullback kind of remain the same here. Your fib level right here at about, I'm not going to give you guys the prices because I can't even get close enough on my computer to count those zeros. 0.00035. Hopefully you guys can see it, screenshot it. That is one level I would look for. And you could see respected level, right? Rejected, right? Breakout, bullish retest, continuation, right? And now we're coming down to test these levels again. Tested it here, came back up, could potentially come down and test again. So I would watch this level for a potential bounce. If you lose this level, I would come down and watch this golden pocket right here for a potential bounce back up. So there you go. Shout out to Per Strong. Bing bong, hit the like button, guys. Let's go, Per Strong. I got you, brother. So there you go. There are some levels you can watch. I'll leave that up for a second if you want to take those levels down. Remember, the internet was said to be a fraud way back when. This Web3 thing we're playing with has yet to evolve into its real purpose. We wait. Ron, absolutely. Louder for the people in the back, my dude. Yeah, I could agree. I could agree with that, right? Everybody thought the internet was crazy. Do you understand how crazy it looked? Guys, almost at 600 likes. Let's go. If you guys have not smashed that like button, still got 750 people in here. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Shout out to the new people in here. And if you are new, stick around and you might wind up with some of this stuff. And if you don't get it through trading, which if you hang out with the CandleMafia, you're probably going to. But even if you don't, we might just give you some away for hitting that like button. So go ahead and smash that like button if you guys have not already. Almost at 600 likes. Let's smash it up to 750. We'll do 15 spins on the wheel and start off today's giveaway or this week's giveaway with some serious spins on that wheel and a serious amount of giveaways. But let's go ahead and Frank's YouTube subs to the mood. Bud Lightyear, thank you for that. I do appreciate that very, very, very much. Let's see. Let's go. Guys, I got to start checking on chat more. I think I've been getting lost in the TA lately, but let's go ahead and say what is up to chat. Let's see. The old SEC director declared ETH was not a security in an unofficial declaration. Okay, interesting. Fighting Amish. I appreciate you for saying that. 24-minute yellow X. Let's go. Jonathan, are they going to dump this? Oh, baby. Push it through that value area low. Push it through that low, that value area low. Get us down to this next spider line, which is at, where is that spider line actually? We do not have this spider line on our other chart. 18,500. Let's see if we have any confluence there. 18,500 we do not have on this chart. So let's break this value area low and work our way down. I guess technically our next stop would be probably, if we respect this spider line, about 18,492. Or in that range, right? This spider line. Let's break this value area low and get to this spider line. And hey, guys, let's dump this thing. But push. Well, Wolfman says, yeah, I miss Tony. Yeah, Tony is actually visiting family, I believe, right now, but he will be back tomorrow. Hey, look at that. Crypto Sammy. Hey, Tony, look at this. The CandleMafia misses you, bro. You don't come in any of the mods. Every time there's a mod missing, this is why we have the best community on YouTube. When our mods are not in chat, we have our community looking for them. Shout out to Tony D. We love you, bro. CandleMafia is looking for you. Get back over here. What are you doing, bro? Shout out to Wolfman. Hey, what's going on, Jimmer and Crypto Sammy? Shout out to you guys too. BTZ starting to pull back, retest and bounce, maybe. Yeah, potentially. Domini. Hey, guys, Linda, aka Mama Sauce, aka my actual mother, is in chat. Hey, Ma, how are you? Ma? Where's the sauce? Is the sauce on the stove? What's going on? I'm kidding, Mom. I'm kidding. She'll hit me with a wooden spoon, guys. Trust me. I used to get the wooden spoon or maybe the Denozo right upside the head. What are you doing, right? Shout out to my mom, guys. Show some love in chat for Mama Candles. All right, let's see. Can you take a look at some levels for PYR? Tony Stark, yes, I can. Crypto Sammy. 620 likes of 750. Oh, Geely, I appreciate you keeping that count. Let's go. Joe says, lol, Bitcoin crash started 0. Let's get it. Let's go. The Godmother, Connor Anderson, shout out to you. Notice a lot of movement at candle close, so 40 minutes. Yes. Hey, what's up, Mama? How do we become a mod? Leroy Jenkins. It is, I will be honest, I actually let the mods kind of lead that. They, when they need extra help, they'll say, hey, I think we need an extra mod. This person's been very helpful even when they weren't a mod. We think they'd be good. We think they'd work hard. And then they say, how do you feel about it? And I say, most of the time, yeah, I love that guy. Usually they're like, I think the last one we got was D Petty Crypto, or Crypto Billy and D Petty. I think were the last ones that we added. And Tony hit me up and he's like, hey, man, I think we need more mods. And D Petty and Crypto Billy always help us out. And I was like, oh, hey, yeah, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Okay, let's see. Mama Candles, bing bong. Park the car by the harbor. Let's go. Shout out to you. Oh God, you guys are funny. You guys are so funny. All right. Anyway, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Let's see. Rob the Crypto Snob showing Mama Candles. Showing Mama Candles some love. Let's see. Linda, you have a wonderful son with such a bright mind. Leroy Jenkins, I appreciate that, man. Let's go to Mama Candles for shout out to Wolfman 8 My Coins. Thank you for the super chat. He sends a super chat and says, this is to Mama Candles for giving us this guy. Let's go. Shout out to you, Wolfman. I appreciate you very, very much. But guys, let's go ahead. We'll check out PYR. I did not realize we were running this late, so this might be the last one, guys. But let's go ahead and take a look at PYR, and then we'll check it on the DXY really, really quick. You missed my super chat. Can you look at ETC? Yes. Oh, George Marin. I apologize about that, my man. Yes, absolutely. I can't believe I missed that super chat. Usually they flash on me, but that's okay. Yeah, we got that. ETC and PYR. Let's go. Let me just pull up a different Vulcan chart because I don't think that's where our levels are. Boom. Okay, well, let's go on to the 4-hour. Okay, so we don't have much on this chart. However, from the stuff we have on the chart, look at this. I don't know what this arrow is. It was probably me saying, hey, we're below the POC. Watch out for the value area low. And then we wound up working our way to the value area low. But I don't know that for certain, guys, so I can't take credit for it. But right now, we are coming up to this value area low. I'm going to go ahead and put a horizontal line here. But we are losing this value area low. As you guys know, if we lose this and we don't start adding a lot of volume down here, we could get sucked back in. So that is what I'm watching for. However, we could potentially get sucked back in and, maybe sucked back into this range that we were kind of stuck in for a while. But taking a look here, let's go to the daily chart. Oh, baby. PYR with the daily blood diamond. Gotta love that. Shout out to Lane Hughes. Where you at, my man? Hopefully you're still in here. I do hope you're still in here, man, because yikes. A blood diamond on the daily, if that confirms, would have me feeling pretty dang bearish. 16-hour, you are getting the short signal on Market Cipher A. Looking at the 12-hour. 12-hour red dot confirm. Nothing really to take from here. Nothing alarming. Your 4-hour VWAP has been, you're pretty oversold on the 4-hour. So you could potentially get a bounce. But that daily blood diamond is going to, that's pretty bearish, in my opinion. That is pretty bearish, in my opinion. Also, guys, I don't even remember when we were looking at this, but I could already tell because we have this line here. We saw that bearish divergence, and that thing played out in a big way. I don't even know when or where we called this, but yeah, 40% almost. Wow. So blood diamond on the daily definitely got me leaning a bit bearish. Yeah. Let's keep moving on here. 1 hour. Yeah, I would be leaning bearish, specifically on PYR. Yeah, I would say pretty bearish. Let me go back to the daily and find. Yeah. So main level of support you're looking to hold here, if this blood diamond continues to play out, is going to be, let's go ahead and let me actually get rid of this volume profile and pull up that VPVR. And let's see, we do have a pretty high volume node right there. So if, let's see there, next major level. Yeah, I would say if you continue to lose this level, that daily blood diamond, and again, we could check this tomorrow. So, as long as it doesn't dump to zero overnight, we'll be able to update you guys. But if we continue to lose this level, I would watch this level here at about $3.25. You also just at this, this range that we're looking at right here, we do have another value area low coming in at about $3.21. Let's go ahead and grab a box. I'm actually going to take both of these value area lows, or both of these levels, turn them into a box, turn off the VPVR, and there you go. There are some levels to watch on PYR, and generally leaning bearish with that daily red, that daily blood diamond. Checking the weekly, no yellow X on the weekly. But yeah, if this confirms, we're going to keep an eye on this. Keep an eye out for that daily blood diamond, and then, major level of resistance that I would be watching here is going to be about 325 to 321. So there you go. There's a little bit of Vulcan Forge sauce for you. Let's see. Shout out to Wolfman and my coins. I appreciate all the super chats, man. George Martin, you missed ETC. Let's go ahead and check that for you, man. I apologize for missing that chat. And Rob the Crypto Snob, shout out to you, man. Thank you for the dang. Love the t-shirt, Frankie. Hey, thank you, Mom. Thank you. I appreciate that. FrankCandles.com. Mama Candles. If you wanna go ahead and grab one of those t-shirts, FrankCandles.com. Hey, support your son. Let's go. Shout out to Mama Candles. Hey, Lane Hughes, there he is. Okay. We broke 10K members on Discord server. Congratulations, boss. Bing bong. Let's go, guys. 10K in the Discord. Absolutely insane. We'll do a little plug on the Discord at the end of this, but looking at Ethereum Classic. Here we go. Looking at the daily. Wow. Pretty good pop there. Money flow on the daily is pretty flat. Looking at the weekly, you don't have, wow, you're getting the green dot here on Market Cipher A. Look at this. Interesting. Yeah, weekly, you are getting that green dot just like you are on Ethereum. So yeah, looking a little better than Bitcoin, getting that green dot. You also have your green dot on Market Cipher A. Your 6-day does not have a blood diamond, but it does have a green dot. Where's the VWAP on Ethereum? Let me go back real quick and look at this. 6-day. Yeah, I mean, guys, this blood diamond, if we get a green dot to confirm, at least on Ethereum, you could invalidate this blood diamond. So just keep that in mind. But let's go back to ETC and continue here. So yeah, on the daily, Green dot on the daily confirmed. VWAP pretty extended there, looking like it wants to roll over. You could potentially cool down in the short term. 16-hour looking for the red dot, 12-hour looking for the red dot, 8-hour dangerously close to that red dot, and your 6-hour is printing that red dot. Let's zoom in here. But you got your money flow crossover into the green on your 6-hour. That's a good sign. 5-hour money flow coming out, telling actually a bit of a different story. Money flow on the 4-hour coming out as well. Your 2-hour VWAP is coming out. Money flow. Okay, so mixed signals here on ETC. The main takeaway, let's look at the lower time frames. Money flow in the red, money flow in the red. Check 30-minute. Yeah, 24-minute money flow crossing over the red. So you do have some mixed signals here. But your 6-day red dot and your yeah, I would say your 6-day green dot is your bullish case here, as well as your 4-day green dot as well with money flow coming up. This 4-day on Market Cipher B, this looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So your money flow is generally curving to the upside, right? And you're getting a green dot as well. So this actually doesn't look that bad. Let me give you some levels. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of all the drawings here and start fresh. Turn off Market Cipher A. And let's just take a look at the daily here. And let's go ahead. I'm going to pull some volume. I'm going to pull some volume right about here. Let's pull some volume here. Bada boom. And then let's come to the 4-hour and kind of digest this, right? So here you go. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to mark out this value area low, this POC, and this value area high. Let me just get that a little more perfect. Boom. Okay, now I'm going to grab this. I'm going to get rid of it. Now we have our value area high, our POC, and our value area low. So right now, in the short term, coming over to the 2, actually, let's come lower. Let's come to the 15-minute. There we go. So what did we do, right? We came up, and I'm going to explain this a little bit. We came up, we tested the value area high, got stuck below it, right? Rejected, didn't really come up there. Rejected again, boom. Now we're expecting to come to the POC. We're at the POC. Now we're below the POC, bearishly retesting the POC. I would say looking at the, let me move that over. Looking at this, the next major level I would watch is 33.71. If we come down here, this is where I'd be looking for some support. And you can see as we lose it here, we have hung out below it quite a bit before popping back in. However, that would be the next major level of support I am looking for. I'm going to come back over to the 4-hour, turn on our VPVR, and see if there's any significant levels between where we are now and that value area low. And it doesn't look like it, right? We do have a decent gap in volume here, right? There's not really much here. You do have a little bit in here. It's not completely, an empty void, but it's a pretty big volume gap here. So, if we lose where we are, right about now up until about there, right? If we break, let's come down to a lower level, lower time frame here. Now, let's just turn off the VPVR. So now looking here, if we lose this level, which we are currently, 34.30 could be a quick move over to 34.30 because of that, void in volume, right? So, yeah, if we lose, actually, you know what? I'm going to move this. I would say, yeah, if we lose here, if we lose about 35.41, if we lose basically where we've gotten this bounce before, I'm just going to line it up visually here. If we lose this level, not much holding you up until about 34.32, and even then, there's not much there. Your next major level is 33.71. So if you lose here, 34.30 and 33.71 are the next 2 levels to watch. I'll actually go ahead to simplify that. I'm actually just going to go ahead and make this a box, right? Because it's a range. It's not just an exact level. It's a range. And there you go. Boom. Come right down. But just remember, there is a pretty decent gap in volume here. So it could happen quickly. But with the weekly, with the weekly green dot printing, man, you're going to watch that. It's not confirmed, but you want to watch that because that could potentially be bullish. But again, too early to tell right now. Keeping that sauce cooking. I dig it. Jake, let's go. Shout out to Jake. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. Bitcoin take both Ethereum and Cardano down. My entry level lower DCA trading bot. Let's go, Thunderheart Gaming. Let's get it. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Discord is definitely worth checking out. So much great info and so many great minds in one place. Leroy Jenkins, shout out to you. You are in there. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate you for that. But yeah, before we start spinning the wheel, guys, I do just want to bring up the Discord. Shout out. Look at that, guys. Coming in 10K. Let's go. Shout out to Adam Coinskers for making this animated what do you call this? Animated banner. As you guys can see, you got the little animated candles. Pretty dang cool. Even have the blood diamond up there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff, guys. But here we go. 10K. Thank you so much for 10K on Discord, guys. It's crazy. It's pretty wild. But yeah, super good stuff in here, guys. We have my TA section, Frankie Candles TA. I put Bitcoin TA. I put Alt TA. We put anytime I see good setups or just general market updates when I can't make a video, they go in here. I post here very often. It's not every single day, but essentially what I do is I'll put some levels in and I'll say, hey, guys, if price does this and I see Market Cypher doing this and Lux Algo tells me this, this is where I'm looking for some potential entries, and it's completely free. It's not a signals group, but I think it's more of an educational group. But listen, if you guys can read between the lines, I think you guys might be able to find some really, really good ETH yellow X on the 30-minute. Let's go, Damien. Let's get it. But yeah, not a direct signals group. I don't recommend you copycat trade, but I think we do a really good job at pointing out really important levels and really important setups on the chart. And again, I give you those levels and I say, hey, listen, if we come up to this level and we see this and this happening, this is what I'm expecting to happen. I update you guys on my trades. And then we have the trading channel where we have other people in the CandleMafia posting their charts, looking at Lux Algo, looking at all the different indicators, putting in their trade ideas, comparing ideas. We have a lot of great people in there. But yeah, definitely get in there, guys. We have all types of resources. This is a place where you can dump all, people find things that have, or people who have found things helpful for them will, like, for example, hey, here's some Elliott wave stuff, or hey, here's something, that I found useful, or patterns, or all this different stuff, right? That people have found helpful. Candlesticks exposed. How do you read candlesticks, right? Obviously, we have all that stuff on the channel, but there's just additional information here. We have some chart pattern stuff in here. People just dropping useful documents, useful videos, whatever it is. Here's some book map stuff. Shout out to Crypto Anon. Let's go, baby. But yeah, guys, there is tons. And here we go. My favorite part, the winner's wall. This is where we put our gains when we win those trades. We'll just slowly scroll through here. Let's see. Yeah, 54%, 28%. I mean, people, who's that? Monet, let's go. Ken with a 477% gain on that short. Let's get it, baby. Chusei Crypto, one of our OGs. Don't mistake a crash for an opportunity. Be cool as a cucumber. Let's go. Shout out to Ron Hoffer. Where do I get the CandleMafia t-shirt? Bob Johnson. You can go to frankiecandles.com. Right now, we're just doing the starter merch, guys. We have a white t-shirt. We have a black t-shirt. That's about it right now, but we're going to be making some really, really cool stuff. Hey, maybe some hats on the way. Who knows? But yeah, we do have the logo t-shirts just to kind of get us started. Nothing really, just a basic basic t-shirt with the logo. If you want to show some support with the channel, rep the Candle Go check it out on frankiecandles.com. But yeah, so this is the winner's wall, guys, where, people show all their gains, all the Candle Mafias, all the wins. I'm just trying to find someone in chat so we could shout them out. Every time I pull this up, my Discord goes crazy and everyone starts posting in here, so I read it out live on stream. But shout out to all the winners. But this is just a lot of cool stuff. We have a whole economy. You could earn income and gamble it and all this cool stuff, guys. Shout out to the mods. They play a huge, huge, huge part in our Discord, right? Shout out to the mods. You guys absolutely crush the Discord. I feel like I don't say that often enough. A lot of this Discord is thanks to the mods, guys. They really do hold it down. I'm in there with the TA and stuff, but as far as the back end, setting everything up, the mods do an absolutely incredible job. So thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, get in here, guys. It's free. It's free. We're putting our TA in there for free. I go in there. I'm chatting with you guys live. Not every single night, but when I can get in there, I get in there. We chat. I let you guys know what I'm thinking. I let you know about my trades. I show you setups. I show you the TA. What am I looking for a long? What am I looking for to potentially enter a short? So yeah, definitely super, super valuable and absolutely free, guys. There's no strings attached. Just get in there. It's free. So yeah, but with all that being said, guys, I got lost on the stream deck there for a little bit. With all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and spin our wheel of pain and pleasure. And let's see. Did we get to 750? I don't think we did. 678. So close, guys. So close to 750. I appreciate the likes. Go. Let's run it up. 651 people still in here. If we can get another 100 people to hit that like button that have not already, we can get 750 likes, spin that wheel 15 times, and start this week off with 15 spins on the wheel and mad giveaways. But let's go ahead and spin it. I know I'm not showing my screen. I can already hear the chats coming in. Screen, which I appreciate because I always forget it. But not today. Not today, guys. I went on vacation. I'm rested. I'm sharp. My mind is sharp as a tack right now. All right, let's spin the wheel. Oh, my screen. I'm just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Anyway, shout out to the CandleMafia, guys. You guys are the best. Absolutely love you guys. Crazy. It's crazy because I go on vacation and I'm like itching to get back in the studio, which is a blessing. The fact that I get FOMO from being away from my job is insane. Very lucky to be in the situation. But let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Spin numero uno. Almost at 700 likes, guys. Almost at 700. Let's get it to 750. If we hit 750 before we're done with these 6 spins, I will give you guys the 15 spins. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, we got one giveaway, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hog says 17K question mark. I say potentially. Let's see. Yeah, Hog. Shout out to Hog. If you go to the beginning of the stream when we first started, I covered Bitcoin first. If you want to see what I think about Bitcoin, just go straight to the beginning of the stream. Scroll until you see the chart pop up, and then it's the first thing I talk about. It covers everything pretty quickly. So shout out to you. Let's see. Rob the Crypto Snob 750. Come on, baby. Come on. Should we do the 1, 2, 3, click the like button thing? Or yeah, I don't know. Giveaway, please. Byron, shout out to Byron. What is going on? Call your friends to smash that like button. Guys, call your grandma, call your wife, hide your wife, hide your kids. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Bada boom. What are we doing? Oh my God, the wheel's still spinning. How is that happening? Was that just spinning the whole time? Hey, it gave you a giveaway. Who cares? That was weird. That was the longest spin I've ever seen. Let's go. Are we 2 for 2? Dang, caught the end. Hey, a mellow fellow. Hey, remain mellow, my man. If you're looking for Bitcoin, go to the beginning of the stream, scrub until you see the chart pop up. It's the first thing we cover. And if you guys ever tune in late, now that we're on it, if you guys ever tune in late and you don't want to, search for, if you're just here for Bitcoin and you come in late, you can always ask me to look at it again. Sometimes I'll look at it again. But if you just go, Bitcoin is always the first thing I cover. So if you're just, oh God, I just want to know what he's doing with the market. I don't want to learn about this indicator or whatever else we do on the stream. Just go to the beginning of the stream, look for us pulling up the charts. The first thing I cover every single time. I run through the Bitcoins right away. Hide your husbands, hide your husbands, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your dog. Oh my peer, watch this. Let's go, Leroy. Okay. Oh my God, guys, it's rigged. It's rigged. If this isn't rigged, guys, if this isn't rigged, one more spin, guys. So close to 750 likes. Are we gonna get it in 10 seconds? I don't know. A mellow fellow, no problem, brother. I got you. Bada bing, bada boom, no way! It's rigged. TJ. I gotta get TJ to TJ's the boss. TJ's the one who controls the wheel. It's rigged. TJ, help me out. TJ. Ben, somebody come help me. BJ, we need TJ and BJ. Oh God, that's how you know we're getting to the end of the stream, guys. I'm losing my mind. That is rigged, guys. Oh my God, 5 out of 6. Let's go. 724, so dang close. I'll give you guys 10 spins. Today was a good likewise. We'll give you some extra time. We got close to 750. I'm not gonna give you 15, but we'll give you 10. I also just want to give away. It's rigged. Come on with this thing. What is this, rigged? I'm gonna have to take this thing out in the back and have a talk with it. Oh no, Chrome needs an update, guys. That's a problem. Yeah, shout out to the CandleMafia. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Still got 600 people in here, 603 people to be exact. Guys, we're live here at 5:45 every single weekday. Updating you on Bitcoin and our key levels, trades. We're doing live trades, or we don't enter trades live because I don't think YouTube likes that. But we do show live trades. We do all kinds of fun stuff on this show. My goal for this show is to educate you guys, so eventually you guys can hit me up and let me know what you see on the charts. But yeah, we're making money whether the markets are going up or down. It's rigged. It's rugged. It's rigged. Shout out to Satoshi Yoshi. Let's go. Some people will get that. Some people won't. Guys, listen, 8 out of 10, that's a good hit rate for me. I'm just saying, if you're using a trading strategy with an 8 out of 10 hit, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So shout out to you guys. Starting the week off strong with 8 giveaways. Imagine if we got 15 spins. We would have gotten even more likes. But 735, guys, I can't complain. You guys are the absolute best. And I appreciate all of you guys for being here on tonight's stream. I hope you guys, hey, Peebo, what's going on? So many giveaways. Let's go, baby. Peebo, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Joshua, what is going on? Cesar Lopez, who wins the giveaways? You do, Cesar. You do. You're the one, right? You're gonna win the giveaway, but you can win the giveaway. Right now, I don't believe we have any videos to enter, but tomorrow, today Tuesday? Tomorrow, I will let you guys know we will be uploading a pre-recorded video tomorrow. If you want to enter to win this giveaway, you just got to go to the video we upload tomorrow, the pre-recorded video, not any shorts. It's the pre-recorded video. You'll know. And you're going to leave a like, a comment, give it a watch, and be a subscriber to enter the giveaway. Now, obviously, I can't track if you watched it, but I do recommend you watch it because our videos are packed with sauce. So you guys can learn how to be better traders and learn about new tools to add to your tool belt while trading to increase your profitability as a trader. So definitely watch it. Leave a like, leave a comment, and that's how you enter the giveaway. You definitely need to like and comment because those are the things that we can track. And be a subscriber. That'll get you into the giveaway. There you go. That's Rob the Crypto Snob. You're on it. I don't even have to describe this stuff. The mods got it. BTC dumped harder. Oh God. Shout out to a mellow fellow. Y'all do giveaways? Blanchards, welcome. Blanchards Bees. This is the Frank Candles YouTube channel. We do giveaways sometimes. I know you're new here, but we do giveaways. I'm just kidding, guys. Blanchards Bees is literally one of the biggest OGs on the channel. They're just trolling me. FOMO Sapien says, bing bong, with the deuces and the bagel emoji. And with all that being said, guys, on that note, FOMO Sapien, thank you for, Ian, thank you. I appreciate you. 739 got so close to 750 likes. But with all that being said, guys, thank you all for being here on the Frankie Candles live stream tonight on Tuesday, all the way to 7:45 p.m. I got to go do this BitBoy Crypto 9 p.m. wrap-up TA video, whatever you want to call it. I got to go do this, so I got to hop out of here. But thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you more than you think. You are not just a number on the screen. You are people in chat that I love to talk to, and I genuinely love connecting with you guys and hearing what you have to say about the markets. And I love hanging out with you guys every single day. I'm back, baby, well-rested, off vacation, back to the regular schedule. We're here every single day, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every weekday, that is. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. I love each and every single one of you. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Wait, no, hang on. Go to Debate Crypto, guys. Go to Debate Crypto. They are live right now. Hop in there. Give them the CandleMafia love. They cover the news. They cover the fundamentals. They cover everything we don't cover. We do the TA. We do the trading. They do the news. They do the fundamentals. They do the macro stuff. Go check them out. They're the yin to our yang. I think they could be the yin to your yang. Go check them out. Debate Crypto. The mods will drop the link in chat. Tell them Frankie Candles sent you. Tell them CandleMafia is there to show some love. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn. A good corn Vietnam. It has the juice. It can run among beautiful pretty. It's corn. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When I tried it, I don't anything.
It's cone. Bing bing bong.